show you our Christmas decor. I know it's a little late, but we live in Nashville and this was supposed to come out Christmas Day, but if you haven't seen the news, our internet was down for several days. So let's get right into it. First up, you saw we put some garland around just our door frame, and that was cheap garland from Walmart. Now here we have some mistletoe, and I know the lighting isn't great. I filmed this at night, but this is a piece that has been in my family for years. My mom gave it to me, and so we hang it there in the hallway. Back up there are our bedrooms and one bathroom. Now here is a new piece that I got this year, and this came from Target, but it is this pretty wicker basket filled with greenery and pine cones. Over on the side are some of the bells that I made and we are selling on Etsy. One of them actually fell off. You'll see here in a minute, because I had just made this bunch today and definitely did not secure it. But I will link our Etsy down below. And normally those bells sit a bit higher up on the basket, but yeah, they were hanging a little bit too low. And when I went to move them, I somehow unattached one of them. You could also see my husband there in the background. He was making some festive drinks for us. But yeah, that's one of our newer pieces, and I really like it. Every year we try to get rid of all of the old pieces that we don't want for Christmas and only buy just one or two things. Alright, so this is another corner of our room, and hopefully I'm not making you sick with my really bad camera skills. But over on the left, we have another small tree, and this also came from Target. This was a purchase from this year, and it's this little wicker basket and just a plain short tree in there. We also have, you guys can see a rug underneath this bench, and this is actually our dog's rug. When he was a puppy, I trained him to have a special place, and when he was a puppy, he did not like having a dog bed. He kept tearing it up. But I decided to get like a cheap bath mat and trained him that that was his place to go to. So now whenever the door rings, we can just say, "Go to your place," and he knows that he has to sit his butt down on the rug. It used to sit first got married. I made it a bit brighter, but inside we just have a candle and some twinkle lights in there. Some of those fairy lights. Here are all of the presents that we have wrapped under the tree. And we got a real tree this year, which we usually get a real tree. And then we also have a fake tree that we set up downstairs. So we don't really have a ton of ornaments, and we wanted to go very simple this year. While I love the look of ornaments, I also like the look of just plain and simple. So we only have like 5 or 6 ornaments on here, and they were ones that I even made this year. So yeah, we like the look of this tree this year. At the top you could see our star, and it was kind of falling over at this point. We need to fix it. This year we got a tree collar, and I got it at the end of last Christmas season actually, and it came from Kirkland's. It was on major sale. There you can see some of the cranberry garland. I made this cranberry garland this year and then sprayed it with an acrylic sealant so it would last through the whole Christmas season. But the tree collar, no joke, is so much easier than a skirt. Our dog has very long hair, and so the collar works so much better and doesn't get furry. Here you can see the garland a bit better. This was the first year I made the garland, and it was a lot of fun. It gives just a nice, gentle pop of red. Here are the ornaments that I made. We had bought some wood beads to sell some beaded items on our Etsy shop, just have a bunch of stuff sitting up there. This is the perfect place to put most of our Christmas decor items, and we love how it looks. Oh yes, and here is some water damage on the piano seat, so we need to fix it anyways. Up here we have the Oh Holy Night sheet music art piece, and this came from Kirkland's a few years ago, but I thought it was cool since we're musicians. It really fits well. On top of the piano, we have a few pieces that I really love, and then some that I want to fix. We first off have some of this garland, which is the bell garland that we sell in our Etsy shop. Over here, though, we have a white ceramic house, and that is from Target as well. It was quite a few years ago, but they came from the dollar spot. And inside, we usually place little tea lights that are on a battery timer. And then you don't have to worry about turning everything off or on. We have another one down here at this end, and same thing. We place the battery tea light inside. In the back corner here, we have a golden brass bowl, and this came from the thrift store. And inside, we just have some potpourri. I've had this for several years, but I love how Christmassy it looks. So every few years, I'll just add some more essential oils to make it continue to smell like Christmas. So over here, once again, we just have some green garland. Ooh, and my husband, he just passed me one of the drinks he made, and it was super, super delicious. Very, very good. This was a blackberry smash drink. So tasty. So we've wrapped the bell garland kind of up with some green garland. I had wanted to have it hang across the piano, but it was a bit heavy and I didn't want to nail into the piano. So I have it sitting up here with this pre-lit green garland. And it looks very festive, and I love how it turned out. We may figure out a way to hang the garland next year, but for now, this is perfectly fine. And we like how it turned out. In the back center there, you can see we have some more greenery in a black vase, and this is not a finished product. So we have this sitting up here for our fall decor, and I wasn't able to find anything that I really loved to put inside, but I'll look next year. Here is just the metronome that I have to keep on the piano. And then here we have a candle holder, also got that mini tree. I believe that's also from the Target dollar spot. Next year, I might see if they have more of the wooden houses, and we might line them up a bit differently on the shelving unit, but that is what we have in our bathroom. So I'll take you guys down now to our bedroom. You'll have to ignore the mess that is in here. But I wanted to show you this corner of our room. We have this mirror that we built, and we've got how we did that on our DIY channel. And hello, you can see me now. I'm trying to turn on our lights there. But here at the bottom, we have just 2 Christmas trees set up. I would like to get a 3rd Christmas tree for next year. But for now, this is fine. The one on the left is sitting on a wood stand that Justin and I made from some fallen wood in our backyard. And both of these trees came from Target. Around the top This is our tree downstairs. I will most likely